Have you ever wondered why so many expensive, beautiful website redesigns just flop? Well, today we're going to pull back the curtain on the single biggest mistake that businesses make, and I'll give you a simple framework to make sure your next project is a massive success. Let's dive in. So picture this. You spent a ton of money, you've hired a fantastic designer, you've agonized over the perfect color palette. And the result? People are leaving your site in droves, nobody's buying anything, and you've got that sinking feeling that you've missed something big. If that sounds even a little familiar, you're in the right place. Okay, here it is. This is the core belief that trips almost everyone up. We think that a beautiful design will somehow magically figure out our message for us, that a slicker layout is the cure for customer confusion. But the truth is, design can only ever support clarity. It can't create it. Think of it like a megaphone. Design just makes your message louder. If your message is confusing to begin with, all you get is louder confusion. So this brings us to a really important point. We have to understand what design's real limitations are. Knowing what it can't do is the key to using it for what it can do. Think of your designer as a master organizer. They are brilliant at taking all your stuff, your message, your ideas, and arranging it perfectly. They can guide a user's eye exactly where it needs to go. But what they absolutely cannot do is invent your message out of thin air or fix fuzzy thinking about your business. That job, that initial spark of clarity, well, that has to come from you. And when that clarity is missing, it's not just a small problem. It has real, tangible costs. When visitors get confused, they leave. That's your bounce rate skyrocketing. When they don't understand what you're offering, they don't buy. That's your conversions tanking. And it leads to this soul-crushing cycle of redesign after redesign, just burning through your time and your money. And this quote just hits the nail on the head. We see the symptom, a website that isn't working, and we try to treat it with a new design. But the actual disease is an unclear message. Most of the time, what we think is a design problem is actually a content problem wearing a design problem's clothing. So if we agree this is a content problem, we should probably define what we mean by content, because, it's a lot more than just the text on the page. Here's the most straightforward way to look at it. Content is your meaning plus the structure that delivers that meaning. It's what you're trying to say, how you say it, and the order you say it in. It's the whole architecture of your communication, from top to bottom. Now, your content really only has one job. It has to immediately answer the silent questions that every single visitor has the moment they land on your site. What is this? Is it for me? Do I even get it? And what am I supposed to do now? If you can't answer those in about 3 seconds, they're gone, probably for good. So where does this usually go off the rails? Let's break down the 3 most common content mistakes that absolutely demolish clarity and stop your website from doing its job. Oh yeah, this is a classic. Mistake number 1. We get so wrapped up in trying to sound professional that we stuff our websites with jargon and buzzwords. We start talking about synergizing scalable solutions to leverage core competencies, when we should just be saying what we actually do in plain English. And the solution is just so simple and so powerful. Clear beats clever. Always. If you ever have a choice between sounding impressive and being understood, you pick being understood. Every single time. All right, next up, making your website all about you. You know the ones. We were founded in 1998. Our unique process, we believe. Here's a little tough love for you. Your customer doesn't really care about your story. They care about their story. So, the antidote is to completely flip the script. Stop talking about yourself and your process. Start talking about the user and the successful outcome they're going to get. Frame everything in terms of the transformation you're providing for them. And finally, mistake number 3 is the fear of commitment. This is the website that tries to be everything to everyone. It's got 10 different offers, it's talking to 5 different audiences, and it has a dozen messages all fighting for attention. It's just chaos. The fix here is powerful. You have to choose. You have to commit to one main audience and one primary message. It feels scary to narrow down, but that commitment is precisely what creates clarity. Remember, a confused mind never ever buys. Trying to say everything is the same as saying nothing at all. Okay, so we've figured out the problem and the mistakes to avoid. Now let's get practical. Here is your pre-designed checklist. This is the homework you absolutely must do before you ever hire a designer or even look at a template. This checklist is your blueprint for clarity. Step 1, what do you do? Write it down in one simple sentence. Step 2, who is your primary audience? And be specific. Step 3, what is the number 1 action you want them to take? Is it buy now, book a call? And finally, step 4. Based on all that, what are the absolute minimum pages you need to get that one job done? Answering these 4 questions forces you to make those commitments we just talked about. And this brings us right back to that perfect partnership with your designer. See? Your responsibility is the message, the clarity, the direction, the what. The designer's responsibility is to take that clear what and translate it into a beautiful and effective visual system. It's a true collaboration, not just you handing off your thinking to someone else. Now, you might be thinking, man, this sounds like a lot of upfront work. And you're right, it is. But the return on this investment of your time and brainpower is absolutely massive. Let me show you what the payoff looks like. When you lead with clarity, the entire design process just transforms. Projects suddenly move way faster. You'll find yourself needing way fewer frustrating revisions. And the best part? The finished website actually works. It gets you real business results, which finally ends that expensive, painful cycle of redesigning over and over again. So here's the bottom line. Before you spend another dime on fancy ads, SEO, or a new visual design, please invest in clarity. First, it is without a doubt the single most powerful and by far the cheapest optimization you can ever make for your business. And that leaves us with one final critical shift in your thinking. From now on, the first question you ask shouldn't be, what should my website look like? The essential question is, what must my website say? Once you get that right, everything else will fall into place.